Hey everyone, it's Kantian here. I'm going to show you guys how to set up your Counter-Strike Go game settings and sensitivity. So one of the first things I want to do is for you NVIDIA users, this control panel that they come out with is a really good tool to help optimize. So if we go in there, the main thing I want to check here is you go to Manage 3D Settings, under 3D Settings, and then if you come down here, for you guys who use dual graphics card, make sure that this is set to single display performance mode and not multiple. That way both your GPUs are rendering into the same monitor. And then also if you go to adjust desktop color settings, you can go to this gamma right here, and this is going to help with your brightness or darkness. With Counter-Strike Go, you really want to have your brightness at a decent amount, that way you can see in the dark spots of Counter-Strike. So I'm going to set mine to 160 there. That's usually a pretty good setting. Don't want to get it too blind so it doesn't blind me. So anyways, once you get those setups, for you AMD users, I don't know too much. I have played with them a little bit and it can optimize your games pretty well, but I won't have the guide on that at all. So we'll go here into the options and go to our video settings. You can also change your brightness in here as well. You know, the higher it goes, the darker. I set mine all the way for max. The color mode is going to be set for my computer monitor. The hue scale is at 0.85. I play 16 by 9. Some people, you can even go even wider at 16 by 10 or normal 4 by 3. 4 by 3 is going to make it really zoomed in. I don't prefer it just because I think the bigger people are, they move faster across the screen, so it's hard to get your reaction times down. Of course, you want to do it full screen. You want to disable this and put wherever you want your Steam notifications. I have it on the top left. So if you go to this Advanced tab down here, this is where you're going to get a lot of your FPS boost on here. I set all of my settings down to very low. It helps increase your FPS. Now the importance of increasing your FPS is some people's like, oh well, you can't see over 100 frames per second to your eye anyway, so why does it matter? I think it matters big time. The more FPS you have, I think the more your aim is going to register. Everything's going to feel smoother, and if your computer gets a hit in some sort of an FPS drop, it's not going to make a very big difference. But these are all set to advanced, and if you want to stop, you can actually set yours straight to mine. Everything's pretty much as low as it can go. This multi-core rendering, you'll always want to enable it. That way, if you have 8-core processors, it's using all 8 cores. And this is really important because Counter-Strike is a huge CPU and GPU game. I've seen a lot of people set the texture filtering mode to bilinear, which it does alright, but it seems a little fuzzy on mine, so I actually set it to this on 4x. It seems to actually work out better. So you can kind of play with these to see which one's better for you. You know, everyone prefers different stuff. So now that we have the video GPU set up for your full graphics SPS, you should be good to roll on that. One of the things though, if you go to game settings and your options, I always set my crosshair style to classic static. I hate it when it's pulsing. It just makes me concentrate on headshots because Counter-Strike is all about aiming for the head. That's what all my shots I look for, is aiming with the head unless I'm using a knob. Crosshair color, I use green, but I'll actually show you a way to change all these later from a site that gives you a pretty good, easy way of customizing your crosshair, because your crosshair is going to be one of the biggest things ever. Make sure that you enable Developer Console by moving it over to yes. That way you can do some edits here, and I'm going to take you guys through that real quick. But this is what I use anyways. I mean, you can make it, you can kind of change it to whatever fits your needs better. So I'm going to go ahead and go back here, and I'm going to show you how to set up your rates. This is going to help you register your shots. It's going to help your FPS boost, and maybe even put on like the lost chokes that you're having. So one of the things you can do, if you hit net, type in net_graph, like 1, that's how I'm getting the net graph down here on the bottom right. So you can see your FPS, your ping, and all that. So I'm going to go ahead and start changing my rates. The first thing we're going to do is rate 128,000. This is for all the 128 ticks. Again, if the servers, a lot of them have it locked, and they set your all your rates according to their server. So, but you still want to have these in case you do find it. It'll automatically be adjusted up. So I'm going to type in CL_CMD rate 128. Sorry, I'm going to move my crosshair there so you can see it. And then CL_update rate 128. And CL_interp. We're going to actually put this one to 0. And then CL_interp_ratio should be 1. And then that would enable us to have all of our rates up at this time. Okay, so now I'm going to go over crosshairs. A lot of people, you know, make the crosshair to how you like it and how you aim. What I do is I set down my crosshair basically as small as I can get it, but to make sure I can still see it good in any situation. So there's actually a site here that you can go to, and I'll post it down in the bottom so you guys can have a link to it. It's a crosshair generator. You can use any style, the thickness, the size, the gap, the outline, and if you actually see on the screen, you can see the crosshair on here and figure out what crosshair you like better. And it even shows people way far back. You can choose professional players to see how they have their crosshair set up. Like some of the NIP players, they're all different on there. When you do find something that you like, what you do is you don't copy paste this, you actually copy and paste this bottom one down here. So once you have all this copy, you're going to go back into your game, you're going to go to your console, and you're just going to paste it there, which I'm not going to paste it there because I already have my crosshair set up. But it's important to have a good crosshair, so make sure you do that. Okay, so now I'm going to go over sensitivity. Sensitivity is probably the most important thing in Counter-Strike Go. You want to have a very low sensitivity. Having a very low sensitivity is going to help you in maintaining a consistent aim. So what I do is I actually have the Razer Death Adder mouse, and it gives you good drivers to where you can customize the DPI in it. And customizing the DPI is going to slow it down purposely, because sometimes if you get a brand new mouse, you barely move it and it flies across the screen. The higher the DPI is, the faster, the lower, the slower. I actually set mine down to 400 DPI in my mouse speed. You want to set your Windows speed about halfway and make sure it doesn't have the speed boost on it. And then if you go into your console and type in sensitivity, I actually play at a 2.5 with a 400 DPI, which is really slow. Sensitivities can change according to your DPI, so make sure you have it set at a slow. And when I mean slow is you should basically take your mouse and move it all the way across your mouse pad and only be able to do a 180 in game. So if you ever see me playing, I have a huge mouse pad ever, and I'm always like moving it quick across the screen to make sure, you know, I can get it. But if someone's close, you know, it's not, my crosshair isn't moving across their head, it's just sticking right on their head every time. So that's pretty much how my game settings are set up. If you have any questions, you can email me at kantiangaming.com, and that's at Gmail. Not .com, sorry. But other than that, I'll post all the links in the bottom. Make sure I'm going to be coming out with these videos, so if you guys want more, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And I will be streaming a lot live, so if you'd like to see me play on live, make sure to visit my twitch.tv/Kantian. But that's it for this guide. Thank you guys very much.